Andy Mok joins me to discuss the impact of 5G technology. He's a senior research fellow at the Centre for China and Globalization. Andy, good to have you on the program. China has built the world's largest 5G network with the most advanced technologies. Just tell us more about what that means for people on an everyday level.
Well, we've certainly seen some of the exciting applications that are visible to the naked eye. But I think some of the most important developments with 5G actually are invisible. So we look at areas in terms of energy management, some call it smart grid. Sustainability, environmental protection is an incredibly important issue. And what 5G allows cities to do, and even countries to do, is to have much smarter ability to use energy efficiently. Waste management is another area that is largely invisible to individuals, but yet is vitally important. So there are a number of other areas that I think 5G is making important contributions in China, and we might see them globally before too long as well, in addition to some of the other very visible, exciting applications we're hearing about.
What about some of the other industries that 5G applications are revolutionizing? From what I understand, mining and engineering are also becoming, more advanced through 5G technology. What do you think is on the cards too in the future?
Well, absolutely. So we look at mining, which historically has been a very dangerous activity. And with the advent of 5G, Huawei's Mine OS, other types of applications, not only increases efficiency and productivity, but makes it safer as well. So I think that is a very good example. But there's a number of these so-called IoT, Internet of Things application, where the idea is that everything that can be digitized and given an IP address will be digitized. And what this means is we can expect a lot more efficiencies, a lot more advances, and also another very important development is the intersection with artificial intelligence as well, which a 5G network provides the connectivity, but AI provides the brains. And when we put them together, we really can see a lot of important advances from mining to healthcare to financial services and pretty much any other industry we can think of.
How does 5G, though, need to develop and progress? What are some things that we need to consider in that process? And does the value of it need to be explored further in terms of business to customer sort of relations? How might that happen?
Absolutely. So when we look at, we can call it a technology like 5G, at its core, at the foundation, it's a set of standards. And on top of that standard, or those standards, are products, hardware, software applications, and then, of course, at the very top layer, are applications that businesses, governments, people use. So all of these areas are open to further advances, but also we can think of it from a vertical perspective. How do we integrate these three layers of the stack, if we want to call it that, in more effective ways that create commercial value, consumer satisfaction, other goods that that society and the world want.
Huawei was a global leader in 5G. How has tech tension with the West impacted that status, and where does Huawei stand now?
Well, certainly Huawei has suffered tremendously by this economic coercion by the United States. And we're coming up on 4 years now when this began. And I think Huawei has shown enormous business resilience as well as technological resilience in that its business results have managed to, Huawei has not only managed to survive, but in fact bounce back financially. It's still investing significantly in R&D. I believe last year they invested something like 25% of revenue in R&D. And this might be a harbinger of what we can expect from China as well, in that these efforts by the United States to strangle Huawei have not worked. It's employing a similar playbook against China. And certainly the early signs seem to be that that also is not working and may actually, in fact, be spurring both Huawei and China to even greater technological advances and breakthroughs.
All right, Andy Mok, Senior Research Fellow at the Center for China and Globalization. Thank you.